Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your extra daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with M10 RBFM. If you are watching whenever this video is released, you can get this vehicle for free. If you are watching this months or years from now on, enjoy the video. So first things first, let's cover this vehicle, how you can get it at this point in time, right? So we have a D-Day special. That pretty much means you have some missions to complete. It is not too difficult, it's not too hard, pretty much 19, if you are doing 1944 damage 5 times, you are getting 10 tokens, and you can do this daily. Same goes for damage cost. Once again, you can do that, but probably those are the specific tanks, at least I would guess. Oh yeah, those are specific tanks with which you need to do that, right? It is important thing to say. So pretty much if you have those vehicles in your garage, right, you should be able to deal with this no problem whatsoever and get those points and just simply to get the tank for free, which I would highly recommend to do, right? It is important thing to say. Now, you need to get 80 tokens in total, so pretty much you need to play this for 3 days in a row or something like that, and you should be ready to go. Now, speaking about the tank overall, is the M10 good tank? M10, in my opinion, is one of the better tier 5 vehicles in the game, and it is aligned with Wolverine overall, right? So it is not a bad vehicle from what I can remember. You are hitting your shots pretty well for a tier 5 standards. Now, I'm not going to pretend this tank is not rated. I need to be playing with the lower tiers in order to rate them and in order to know everything about them, but for now, all I can say from what I remember, it's okay. Also, a highlight, which is very important, if you are into the drop farming, I would highly recommend to tune in and overall check out index calendar. You can see all the drops over there and don't miss opportunity to get some free stuff. Also, if you want to be part of the index page as well, you can log in via our gaming API and you can raid the tanks. At this point in time, we have 250,000 votes, which is absolutely ridiculous and absolutely insane, and thank you very much for being part of all of this. That being said, without further ado, let's teleport straight into the game and let's try to make this mother trucker work, shall we? Okay, and for a very first battle, we are playing in the Pilsen standard battle. Now, I need to highlight a couple of things where the equipment goes of this tank before I forgot, right? And we will add that to the index page as well. Now, where this vehicle goes, right? You can play with this setup, or alternatively you can replace rotation mechanism with a turbo. At this point I am playing with a turbo. I have played a game with this tank and it felt extremely slow, so I think it is the right way to do the things, if you know what I mean, but that is only me. That being said, how do we want to deal with this vehicle? In my opinion, this tank is a sniper schnitzel, and it is pretty good sniper schnitzel, right? That being said, take your favorite red line position, favorite bush, and just keep punishing enemies for their stupidity and for their mistakes. That's all you need to do for a full happiness with this vehicle, right? So all in all, first things first, we are taking the typical standard bush over there, and we are hoping that our team will spot for us. That is very important thing, and without our team, you know, sniper schnitzel without eyes is a bit complicated. But nevertheless, we are going to be alright and we are going to be Gucci. So, first things first, what do we want to do? At this point, we are pretty much hiding behind the Wolverine. If enemies would blind shot, they will hit Wolverine. I do not hate this idea. I will make sure not to sabotage him actively or something, but in the same time, we have a protection up front, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Now, if enemies would make a bit of pressure like this, we would slap the living crap out of them, and this is what we need. Also, if we will have a situation that we outspot someone from here, this would be absolutely amazing and glorious for us. I want to highlight one thing. Whenever you are playing lower tier battles nowadays, it is a bit disgusting looking into the amount of the artas. I think lower tiers has a huge problem in this game, and those are Levhash artas, which are one of the most broken artas in the game, and overall lower tier artas are reloading quicker, and they are slapping harder in the percentage wise compared to the higher tier artas. Once again, that's only me, and maybe I am the special one, but this is what I think. Now, our team got outspotted. There is some other tracker sitting in the bush over there. It's clear for us that enemies have gazillion of the sniper schnitzels, and all we want to see our team spotting for us. This is what we need, right? Once again, I need to watch out for this Wolverine because he's playing weird, right? If we will see anyone sitting in this position, we should be able to farm them. All we need to do, we need to sit here and we need to enjoy ourselves. Where the competitive standpoint goes, or where the aggressive gameplay goes, I don't really think it is a proper way for us to be super aggressive here, right? This is not exactly what we are looking for, and this is not what we want. That is okay, we are fine. Once again, all we are doing, we are waiting until enemy forces are going to mess this up, and eventually they will. It is matter of the time. It is matter of the time. I am thinking about one thing. How about if I would... Yeah, not a big surprise, I am definitely not spotted. Maybe the Stug is getting spotted, also could be a possibility. He probably doesn't have the camo whatsoever and whatnot, so I would guess he's the one who is getting slapped here. But that's okay. That's okay, we have all time in the world of tanks. We do not need to panic, we don't need to caco our pants. All we need to do, we need to be smart, right? And I understand that this is not the gameplay for everyone, right? I am talking about playing passively and just simply waiting until enemies would make some silly goose mistakes. You don't need to tell me this. I understand that it's not for every and each player, and that's completely fine. This is all right, and there is nothing shameful in that, right? There is absolutely nothing shameful in that. Speaking about the good stuff, fellas, speaking about the good stuff, I would love to farm this Panzer. Okay, mistake from his side, beautiful triangle, very, very nice. And at this point in time, we have a protector here, so we can kind of play hold down, right? By using his tank in our advantage, good. Also, one more thing which is important to highlight, our team at this point in time is winning the game relatively easily, so keep this in mind. Our team is winning the game relatively easily. I would consider making a bit of pressure here, since Panzer is dead, and I think we could get involved. Although, is it the correct way to do the thing or not? That's a different question for a different day, right? This is a different question. Do we have the good enough angle to say hello for this cover one? Not really. Although there is a chance that cover one would try to make a bit of pressure for Mr. Crocodile. Also possibility, right? There is a big chance he will survive this. No, he didn't. It's okay. Oh, what a hard game. Definitely not the most exciting game, but I don't really think it is a problem to showcase that some games are like this, and you just simply need to be patient, right? You pretty much need to be patient. That's all you need to do in order to be successful, right? Enemy Wolverine is doing a very, very good job. He is blind shooting the standard bushes, which is very, very good stuff. So all we want to do, we want to give some blind fire back for him. Eventually, we are going to find the exact bush where he is sitting at. I think this could be the bush. So we are going for a blind shots non-stop. You never know whenever you are hitting those, right? You never know. All we need to do, we need to keep it up. We have 27 of the standard ammunition left. We are okay. We are just fine. Trying to figure out exactly where is this mother trucker sitting at. Okay. Maybe this typical bush. I don't really see where the shells are landing. Now I can see that. Now, how about this typical bush? Nope, not really. How about this bush? Not really. It's okay, we have all time in the world of tanks. All we are doing, we are just trying to get involved without getting involved, right? You never know whenever you hit blind shots, right? Or you never... I can tell you one thing, you are missing every and each shot that you do not take. So this is not necessarily a bad idea to go vroom. That being said, we will try to close the distance between us and enemies, right? This seems like a good idea. And yes, I see how many forces there aren't spotted, right? I am very, very well aware of sniper schnitzels here. I'm aware of the sniper schnitzels here. Possibly some sniper schnitzels here. I get it, but at this point in time, with this score, we just simply need to make some sort of pressure, right? We need to get a bit involved. Now, if someone is sitting here, I'm spotted. Clearly, someone is sitting here. Not a big deal. Not the first time, not the last time. We can clearly tell that someone is here. Good. Now, the question is, can we say hello for someone sitting in this area? No one is sitting here. Okay, that's clear. How about this bush? Aha, how are you doing, Mr. Stug? You see, all we are doing here is we are trying to figure out where exactly enemies are located and where they are sitting at. That is good thing, everything is okay. I don't think that Sue is sitting here, at least I would bet that he isn't. That being said, we are just trying to get a bit involved and we are trying to make a bit of pressure. It was definitely a hard game, not the most exciting battle speaking about the performance either, although I want to believe that we have some blind shots in this game, so we should be alright and our score at least should be 1000 damage, right? But nevertheless, that wasn't the easiest and the finest game, that's for sure. Now, we know that Clicker is shooting from somewhere over there. If I need to guess the bush, I would say this is the bush from where he is shooting. So, that being said, we are going for a couple of the blind shots. You never know whenever you are hitting those, so I am just simply doing this typical check, you know, and hopefully we can slap him. Okay. Now, we are going to... Aha, Clicker definitely relocated. Now we are just simply waiting until the last gentleman would get spotted. Yep, Clicker is over there, not a big surprise. We should be able to slap him. He is dead. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now Su-100. Where is the Mr. Su-100 sitting at? If I would need to guess, I would guess the Su-100 is sitting somewhere here. Maybe here. Depending on the situation, right? Actually, let's go for a blind shots. Couple of the blind shots there. Okay, we found him and he's officially dead. There is absolutely nothing what he can do about this. Good, good, good. Maybe we should be able to get one or another shot. That's okay. He's trying to run. We are slapping him. And in the end of the day, it is okay. Listen, this game wasn't the most exciting one, but what do you expect to by playing with a triangle and being a bottom tier? Sure, you are going to be sitting at the red line and you will be waiting until enemies would mess up and make some silly goose mistakes, right? That's all you need for a full happiness, honestly speaking. That's all you need for a full happiness. That being said, how many blind shots do we have? Because visibly we had like 900 damage or 950, something like this, and after the game we finished everything with 1,500. Beautiful. In the end of the day, we played well and we made it work. Excellent. 1,400 damage, 200 assisting damage. Not the most impressive session, that's for sure. Or not the most impressive game, but nevertheless, I am feeling pretty happy about that. It's okay. Let's keep it up and let's keep the ball rolling. Okay, round number 2. Ruinberg Standard Battle, Tier 5 Matchmaking. Okay, this is an interesting one. I think we are going to be playing a bit differently here. Overall, most likely the best decision would be to play on the field, but I want to be a cheeky bastard, okay? I just want to be a cheeky bastard. That basically means we will try to slap the living crap out of every and each gentleman that is playing on this corner or alternatively in Echo 2 position, right? That's what we need to do for a full happiness. Let's do this. This is what we need to do, fellas. Now, there is a very, very nice position here, and we can even go up like so. The question is, will we get outspotted here or not? This is the question, because I'm not entirely sure. I am not entirely sure. Are we going to get outspotted or not? Oh, we should. We should get outspotted. Okay, I do not want to do that anymore. I am going to load the gold ammunition and I will try to say hello for Mr. Excelsior. From what I remember, Excelsior doesn't have the best gun handling, so we should be alright. Meanwhile, VK tier 5, RMT, autoloader, pretty garbage tank, not gonna lie. But he is good enough to slap me once and not to try to make a full magazine. That is an interesting one. Okay. Hopefully, I can hear Arta. Oh. Oh, Levhash and Bishop. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. I'm telling you, lower tier gameplay is so disgusting because of the Artas. Lower tier gameplay is so disgusting because of the Artas. It's absolutely nuts. It is absolutely nuts, my friends. Okay. Relax. Take it easy. Let's try to play a game a bit differently. How about if we would be taking this position right here and slapping the 82. We should be able to punish him every single time whenever he's overpeaking this. As you can see, I am not overthinking and I am loading the APCRs instantly. The penetration of APCRs is 170 and standards 130, so there is quite a difference, right? And all we want to see enemies overpeaking, right? That's all we need for a full happiness. Beautiful, very, very nice. That's exactly what we are looking for. And it happened to be that I am spotting him as well, which is great. Good. Some free damage. That is very much appreciated, and this is exactly what we are looking for. Now, I would not act surprised if the cover 1 would peak like this eventually. Or anyone else would peak here. Yep, that's good thing. That is very, very good. I don't really mind this cover 1 peaking like so, right? And as a matter of fact, I would say it's a good thing that he is peaking. It's typical, we are playing in literally typical position here. Nothing too crazy, nothing unusual. All we want to see enemies making silly goose mistakes. That's all we want to see for a full happiness, right? Sure, this is a pixel. Not the easiest to hit pixel, but that is understandable. And Excelsior is making pressure on the other side. Now, we are instantly turning around and we are going to show the dominance for Mr. Excelsior. And yes, we are aware about the enemy Artas as well in the back. We are very, very well aware of that. So whenever we will get spotted, and we will get spotted, we need to keep this in mind that we need to move. Now, cover 1, mistakes were made. Good. This is exactly what I am looking for. Fine. Side shot. Another side shot with a track. Excellent. This is where this tank is shining. This is the moment whenever this tank is shining, fellas. Look at this reload speed. Look at this DPM, right? This is definitely fine thing. Beautiful. This is what we are looking for and this is what we want to see. Excellent. Very, very, very nice. Now, that being said, we know that Mr. Excelsior will try to get a bit involved here, and he will hit us once, I think, and we should be able to eliminate him from the game. If he made a decision to be aggressive here. Yes, he did. Okay, that's alright. Excellent, he did not even hit us. Beautiful. So, what we can do in this situation, we know that VK is down to fartable, and we know that 25 TP is making a bit of pressure here. What I would consider doing, I would consider making pressure like so, and maybe we could eliminate this RMT. Because RMT is sitting in the same position here. By the way, that is an awful tier 5 tank. I'm not afraid of this vehicle. You may think how you may not be afraid of the autoloader in the tier 5, but why would I be? Why would I be afraid? Look how it looks like. And it's not... Oh. Wow. Wow, wow, what a great gaming experience. You are using your brain, you are trying to do your best, and the bloody clicker is shooting through the gaps in the wall. Wow. I mean, once again, that is a life of the lower tier. It's called go F yourself. You cannot do absolutely anything about this, and you can cry, you can complain, you can be disappointed. There is nothing what you can do about this. I am feeling proud with my decision, and F you Arta. I hate Artas with a passion. Holy bananas. Not gonna lie, fellas, that was pretty disgusting. I'm very disappointed, but there is nothing what I can do to protect myself from clicking Levhash. There is nothing what I can do. And it's not about the players playing with Levhashes, it's about the tank itself. It is a problem. And whenever you are playing lower tier, it's just disgusting. Nevertheless, 1.2 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, that's what we have. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage, and we got clicked by the mother tracker. Nothing what I can change about it. We can only accept it. So 2 games in, not ideal performance, only 1.3 thousand damage and 200 assisting damage, but we are trying to do our best, fellas. And this is the gameplay of the lower tier, so what do you expect? Just how it goes. Oh, would you look at that, fellas? Would you look at that? Prokhorovka standard battle, that looks great. And once again, we have a Levhash and we have a mix. By the way, twice, we played 3 games, and in both of the, in pretty much all 3 battles, we had 2 artists each team. So, you know, I really want to highlight that the lower tiers are filled with the clickers, which is not ideal, but it is how it is. It is all right. So, what do we want to do? I was considering, do I want to play 1-2 line, and I think I do want to play 1-2 line. I will take the typical position here, and I will try to be the living crap out of every and each sniper schnitzel. Right? This is my thinking process, and this is what I would love to do. This is what I would love to do. I know that there are 2 light tanks, which is a bit disgusting, but fair play. Meanwhile, we can see Vaka making a hardcore pressure here, so we want to eliminate him from the game. Beautiful mistakes were made from this gentleman, and he is dead. Excellent. This is exactly what we want to see. Instantly, fellas, pay attention to where enemies are playing. They are not playing 1-2 line. We have I repeat, we have most of the enemies going on top of the hill. This is actually a pretty good thing for us. So we are changing the plan completely. We want to be playing in the middle, and the moment whenever they are going to make a bit of pressure like so, we are going to slap them, right? This is exactly, I repeat, this is exactly what we need. This is exactly what we need. Both of the Artas are sitting in 1-2 line from what we can tell at this point in time, right? And maybe we could say hello for a Churchill. Whenever I'm thinking about this, no, not both Artas are sitting there, not both. Okay, Churchill in the open field. I'm spotted. After other shot, I will move. Yes, I'm aware of that. Okay. AMX is sitting right there. Good, we know where AMX is sitting at. Now we can try to eliminate him from the game. Let's see, can we hit him like so? We could. Going for seconds, I'm not entirely sure. Are we hitting that one? Actually, I kind of want to go a bit deeper here. How about that? I kind of want to go deeper. Now, in the best case scenario, there is no best case scenario. We need to F off. Our guys will die here because enemies will make a crossfire and we are sitting in loads of Kaku. I can tell you that much. It would be nice if the Mr. Churchill would get spotted here so we could claim his life. But in the same time, we need to keep in mind that it is a very, very dangerous situation. Extremely dangerous situation. I kind of want to see this Arta. Okay, pay attention and look for splash. I think he's somewhere here. No splash. He's dead. Excellent. We found the clicker. Beautiful. We eliminated him like there is no tomorrow. Very, very, very nice. And this is what I am dreaming about. That was a very good pre-aim and very good blind shot. That was a solid banana out of 10. That was a solid banana, fellas. Now the question is, what we supposed to do here? Because I really want to see enemies trying to get involved here, okay? I would love to see that. Cover 2 is going through the middle of the field. Do we have a good enough angle to slap him? Do we have good enough angle? We probably should have. Yes, very beautiful. Another one, excellent, and he is dead. Good. How about this Panzer? Isn't he in the open field? Yes, he is. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. So as you can see, fellas, the selling point of this tank is the gun, right? Mobility isn't the thing, armor isn't the thing. The biggest selling point straight up is the gun and DPM. This is what you want to do whenever you are playing with the tanks like this. This is what you are dreaming about, and this is how you want to be playing the game. Beautiful, very, very nice. We are still lurking in the same area here, because we want to see the Churchill tree. Because this mother trucking Churchill, fellas, oh boys, he is about to get slapped. He is about to get slapped. I could maybe relocate a bit. Where did the Churchill relocated? This is the question. I still think he should be sitting around this area in the line of the bushes. Okay, I have a different idea. Do I? Yes, I do. I was about to change my mind, but I didn't. I want to take somewhere position here. I would love to go on top of the hill as well, but I don't really think I can afford this. I told you the truth. I can't afford this, fellas. Woo, that was a good one. Okay, nice. Now we know that from this position we should be able to craft the line, right? Okay. How are you doing this fine day? Loving it? Beautiful. Have fun. Lev H art, nothing unusual here. Okay, I'm dropping down like this. That wasn't intentional, but it is how it is. We are fine. Listen, our goal is to beat the living crap out of this light tank at this point in time, okay? This is what we need. Enemies have a very strong light tank player, or by saying strong light tank player, he's making pressure. As a matter of fact, 2 light tanks players. Our lights are getting slapped and they are taking one for the team. Not a big deal. It is lower tier. You cannot expect absolutely anything, fellas. You cannot expect absolutely anything from your teammates, and that is okay. And that is okay. Now, Vaka is dead. Good. Very good. What we need to do, we need to have a decent enough angle to say hello for the T-50. Beautiful pre-aimed shot, amazing. Now, A43 BP and M10, both of those gentlemen will be sitting in pretty bad situation here. At least that's what I want to believe. Both of them are sitting in very, very, very messed up situation. What I am thinking, though, I am thinking from taking... I am thinking about sitting in this bush. This bush should protect us pretty well, but we'll see. I want to see M10 or A43 BP just going troll a lot through the middle. That's all I want to see. And I have no doubts whatsoever that it should happen this way, okay? I want to believe this is exactly how this game will go. The problem is that penetrating is going to be an issue. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We eliminated this gentleman completely, that's good. Now, what we need to hope for, we need to hope for this heavy tank number 6 to go in front like this, and he is going for it. That's good. This is exactly what we want to see. And now we should craft good enough angle to slap him. Not ideal angle-wise, but we are trying to do our best. I can't help him. I can't help him. I would love to say I can, but I can't. Okay. I hope he won't spot me crossing here. And now we are slapping. That is a very difficult situation. Even with gold, I am struggling to penetrate him. Even with gold, I am struggling to penetrate this mother trucker. This is GG. This is GG. I cannot do anything for him. Maybe I could track him, but what's from that? I'm dead meat. I cannot penetrate him. That is way too powerful of the tank. Yeah, it's okay. I can't complain about that. We did everything what we physically and possibly could. And we are accepting this defeat. We are taking this as a medal. We played this perfectly, but we just simply did not manage to win the game. Can I cry about this? Not really. I am going to be just fine and I am going to survive this. It is okay. We did our best, fellas. Enemies had better light tanks, that was the issue. They slapped the living crap out of our sniper schnitzels and the rest was just not that great. But that is okay, no complaints, no regrets. We played well, right? We cannot complain about this. So, all in all, 2,300 damage, 900 assisting damage, extremely good performance from our side. That is good. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage, and I think we made this tank work very, very well. Enemy light tank, 3,500 assisting damage, very good job, and the other Vaka, he did the damage, right? Looking into the our light tanks, 100 assisting damage, and 600 assisting damage. That is not even comparable. But that's what we have and we cannot cry about this. Beautiful performance. All in all, the tank is still fine, at least in my opinion, although I would carry more gold rounds with this tank most likely whenever you are having a bad matchmaking. All in all, 1,600 average damage, 400 assisting damage, and only one victory, but I think I showed the basics how to play with this tank and how it looks like. That being said, thank you very much for watching and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.